The problem we have is that we overthink too much instead of simply taking action and perfecting it along the way. So what happens with most guys, they see a woman they're attracted to, they want to talk to her, but they're beginning to be in their head thinking about, what should I say? What can I say that can be extremely perfect, extremely interesting, extremely fun and charismatic? So the very first point of this video, I want you to answer right now to yourself, not to me necessarily, what exactly constitutes something that is interesting. And you want to think about one thing. Can something be interesting to you and totally boring or uninteresting to me? And if your answer is yes, then can something be very interesting to me but not so appealing to you? And if the answer is yes, well, you have your answer to your question. So we can definitely say that we are both right. I can be passionate about horse riding, you can be passionate about American football, and we can talk about these things and we will feel a little bit bored inside because we're not really passionate about this. So if you're talking to me about American football, I'm going to be thinking about horse riding and other stuff. So these things are not relevant in between the two of us. Yeah, they are topic of conversations. We are talking about our passions, but that doesn't necessarily connect us. However, is for me horse riding interesting? Yes. Is for you American football interesting? Yes. So what that means is you define what exactly is interesting in this world. The problem is not specifically that you think about interesting things to say. The problem is you're looking for her validation. You're looking to extract something from over there. You're looking to be a product of society instead of being your own product. So when you live by somebody's expectations or validations, you will be forever a slave. Yeah, you will always be enslaved by that specific person's perception or arguments in regarding your persona. So what you need to understand, there is nothing in this world that it's that interesting. And you also have to think about the fact that women, most of the women around you, they have a job. They are a provider for themselves, such as you are, because in the absence of a guy, she will become a provider. She will be in survival mode. She will take a bit of masculine energy. That is the issue with women being single, by the way. So because she's a provider to herself, because her life is exactly as your life. I mean, 10, 12 hours a day, you're going to work and come back, you're commuting to work, another 3 hours, then you wash your ass, you do a shower, you eat something. Life is pretty fucking boring if you think about it. So what exactly constitutes as being interesting? And let me just tell you, the simple fact that you have the balls to go to the woman that you feel attracted to and say, hey, excuse me, I just noticed you, you are fucking amazing. There is something about you that came into my eyes, into my heart, and I want to meet you, I want to have a coffee with you. Fuck, what's your name? This is already the fact that you're approaching that woman, you're doing what 99% of men in this world are not doing. So just because you're doing this, that's already interesting. So what I wanted to make clear, there's nothing interesting in this world. The things that you feel and you find interesting, you must assume that I will find them interesting as well, because I'm looking at the way you're feeling. If you talk to me from a very passionate and enthusiastic place, if you talk to me like that, well, I'm gonna feel exactly what you feel. This is based on the law of energy transfer. Whatever you feel, I will feel. Whatever you think about yourself, I will see that, because I can't see anything about you because I don't know you. So I'm gonna guide myself with all the projections that you assume about yourself, basically. Which leads me to the next point, what you can do to actually talk to a woman and to make her feel in love with you, to make her dependent on you, to make her want to see you again. You got to think about the fact that a lot of guys, what they do, they stop a woman and then they think about to talk about their work. You don't want to talk about the work because you're working every single day for the past God knows how many years of your life. So then this discussion about workplace and how do you feel and what do you do and blah, blah, blah becomes boring very, very fast. So what you want to do, you want to switch that to talking about passions, objectives, and also you want to keep in mind that there is a term called relevancy. So things cannot be relevant only to you. They gotta be relevant for both of us. So that is the reason why I'm asking 3 or 4 questions one after another. I'm gonna be like, hey, do you like strawberries? And she's like, no. Oh, okay, I actually love them. Do you like ice cream? She's like, yeah, I love ice cream. No way, fuck you. Well, like, what is your favorite flavor or something? Why did I do that? The first answer to the strawberries is not relevant to us. I like strawberries, she doesn't like it. It's not something that is going to connect us. However, the ice cream fact and the fact that she loves pistachio ice cream or God knows whatever flavor, now that's going to connect us because we both love ice cream. And now it's very easy for me to suggest, after another 2-3 questions or a bit of flirting, it's very easy for me to suggest, you know what, I know a beautiful coffee place, they have ice cream as well, let's fuck off over there and let's have a coffee or an ice cream together. Let's connect furthermore because I'm enjoying this with you. You see? Everything makes sense. It's not God knows how interesting. You're just keeping track of some elements that need to exist in a conversation, which is, first of all, the conversation has to be relevant and for the two of you because you're trying to connect with this woman. So you must pay very close attention not to be relevant just to yourself. You will be at certain points, but you need to find those common things that can become relevant for both of you. And now it does make sense for her to continue to talk to you, to enjoy that, and to want to be with you. Now, we're talking about the next point over here, leads me to the next point, that you need to create attraction and desire in this woman. If she doesn't desire you, then you're still a rookie trying to chase women, trying to chase for their validations and whatnot. If you want to make a woman want you, make her desire you, to undress you, to want to fuck you, to want to go to a date and to just be in your presence, now we're talking about the values that you have, the way you project them, but we are also talking about the way you flirt. Now, when you're flirting, we call this, you can do a lot of things, but we call this even a tease, where you're taking a piss at her, you're joking about something. The things you say, this is the biggest struggle for men. Men tend to be rational, overthinking, and they are way too logical. So what happened to a client of mine, we were doing coaching, he had a date with this beautiful woman, and she tells her, listen, Robert, I gotta say something to you. We're not gonna fuck tonight. Now, she said this because she wanted to joke about it. She wanted to tease the situation. Now, this guy was extremely rational, and Robert, what he did, he was like, okay, so I think we should end the date and we should just go home. He got pissed. He took it personal. But this woman was only playing, was only playful with him. And in fact, Robert had to think about one thing. Robert didn't mention anything about sex. She was the one that started this topic. So that is it's a proof. It's proof about who exactly is thinking about sex in the first place. So you must assume that she wanted this more than you. So you see, this is a thing where we fail because we are so logical. We look at what women talk to us. They give us some words and we take them directly. However, she was just teasing the situation to see your reaction. Maybe she was shit testing. It doesn't even fucking matter. The thing is, you shouldn't persuade this as being extremely serious. And now, when we're talking about teasing, you can look at a girl, she's very office. Yeah, she's, imagine a woman that is dressed in a very office manner, you know, is like a woman's suit or God knows what. She looks like a secretary or she looks like a fucking lawyer or something like that. And then you go to her and you're like, excuse me, do you work in a flower shop? Are you like a woman that, you know, tenders the flowers or whatever the fuck they call them? I don't know the English term for that. Now, obviously, think about it. Is there any logic in what I'm doing? No, because it's not supposed to be logic. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to raise curiosity in that woman's mind to be like, why the fuck you would think that I work in a flower shop by the way I'm dressed? It's obviously that I'm something else. So just because of this, I'm teasing the situation. I'm taking a piss. I'm trying to laugh with her. I'm trying to raise some questions in her head. Okay? So if you talk to women, if you date a lot of women, at a certain point you will see that women, the very first thing that they hate in men is not only the logic, but the fact that they can be predictable. So as soon as you can be unpredictable, Of course, you don't want to do this too often because now you're going to scare them off. But once in a while, if you're unpredictable, that's what's going to create interest and this need or desire to discover you. Okay, so that leads me to the next point. A woman will always love a compliment from you if that's one honest compliment. Women can feel when you are doing this because you want to get something in return. If you can honestly compliment something because you're feeling it and you don't want anything in return, you just want her to know that, well, that's when she's gonna fall in love with you. Because unfortunately, most of the guys, because they lack sex, they lack options, they lack a woman's company, they will say things just to get into her panties, and she knows that. So obviously, what I want to remember you, I'm doing this for the past 10 years of my life. I've been coaching people such as yourself. We released an online course, it's called Unleash Your Potential, because it's going to help you with your emotions, with some deep inner meditations to go inside of you, see what's not working, to propel you into taking action to a guy that is indeed living to his fullest potential. Find that course on our website, which is called EuropeanSocialDynamics.com. You can also find coaching sessions or coaching packages if you want to work with me directly, and if you want to learn more about communication, understanding your emotions, why you need to approach women, how to approach them successfully, how to develop your financial freedom if that's what you want. I mean, you already know that I'm financially free because I'm working for you guys, and you guys sustain this business I have and this way of living, because you're making this possible right now. Remember this. And you need to start asking yourself, how much are you going to endure? How further along are you going to endure a life like this where you feel like you have no control, like you feel upset with women or things doesn't work for you, and you got to think about the fact that if you are to calculate all the money you've done in this life and all the stupid actions you've taken, most probably for the past 30 years you've accumulated a total of $300,000 or $500,000, who knows, which you spent on rent, bills, and whatever the fuck. And then if I can guarantee you that you will change completely, and if I can give you a policy of money back guarantee, if you don't do something about it, if you don't change in a certain way, like, what is your excuse? I'm trying with this channel to make you have no excuses, to make you understand you have no excuses. Life is short. And yes, you do have a choice. You can bitch about like a little bitch every single day with the guys around you that women have become God knows how and nothing is working. Or you can stop being a fucking loser and you can take some action. And if I can guarantee you that you will change completely, I'm gonna let you tell me how much is it worth it? What would be the correct price for you to change your life completely? And you need to understand something. Nobody on this internet will give a fuck about the fact that you tried something in the past, you failed, or you looked for some help on God knows what company and you lost your trust because they didn't help you. Nobody gives a fuck about what happened in your life. You need to understand this. So your lack of trust, or God knows what it is, you gotta overcome that. As well as the anger you have towards women, you feel like they became lesbos or whatever the fuck, you gotta overcome that, because at the end of the day I'm gonna ask you something. What the fuck is the alternative? You will think inside yourself that it's a better idea to simply leave women, be by yourself. I encourage you to do that. Go on a fucking mountain or on a fucking island and just discover how you feel when you're alone, because this is the reason why you talk like this, because you have been alone for the past God knows how many years. You have been trying your best and things didn't work out. But you gotta see, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and see the truth. You gotta disappear from the society. You gotta, for 1 second, you gotta shut everything down, be with yourself and ask yourself, how did I lead myself to these outcomes? Because I am a creator of my own life. What the fuck did I did wrong that brought me to this specific result? I know you don't want to hear this. You don't want to hear the truth because it's way easier to lie to yourself. But the fact that you're being sad right now, you're being angry with women, you're being a little bitch, you're being still an employee, you don't understand how to overcome your emotions. Man, this is a result of your fucking actions and thoughts that you have every single day. And yes, you can look for channels on YouTube that will just propel your ego, that will kiss your ass because they want to have some views from you. And if they talk nicely to you and they compliment you every single day, you will watch those videos. I am not here to be an ass kisser just because you want to feel better. So go deep down into this feeling of why you're feeling worthless, or you feel angry, or you feel God knows what. Go inside of you, allow yourself to feel that in a way that you want to understand what it's telling you, and fucking take action, because life is short. And you don't want to go through it just by nagging other people on the internet, or looking at your brother or at your friends that they fuck a lot and life is working for them. You don't want to be like a frustrated little bitch closed in their own house. Like, you want to bar your windows or whatever the fuck you want to do. Stop playing video games and stop wasting your time. Stop being retarded. Stop talking about Liverpool and Arsenal, because you're a fucking retarded guy if you do this. Why? Because you can do so much more with your life. But first of all, in order to do that, you need to surround yourself with people that are actually over there, that are taking that action. People that will spit you in the face when you're telling them, oh, I just watched Netflix for the past 4 days of my life. They will spit you in your face. I cannot have respect for you if you do that. Because my time is extremely important. If I'm going to watch Netflix, I'm going to put a fucking TV show. I'm going to watch 1 or 2 episodes maximum, and then I'm going to fuck off because I have fuckloads of stuff to do. Now, I'm not telling you should do millions, and God knows, because life is not about money and fucking things like that. But life is about your happiness, and you're not going to gain happiness by sitting in front of a TV or a fucking video game, or just masturbating like an idiot. Or, you got to understand that you need to free yourself from these things. You are allowing your pain right now, and you're not going to do anything if you just sit over there and hope for things to happen, the government to help you, or God knows who. So understand this about you, because it pains me to see people that are struggling like this. For me, it's very easy. I'm looking at myself, I'm like, fuck, I took action, I took a decision, I just fucking followed it. I did a lot of mistakes. I fucked it over fucking every single day of a big fucking mistake. But that's what grew me. Because I cannot learn if I don't do mistakes, if I don't push myself to that fucking pain. And if you're asking yourself, well, what exactly is your position, Andrew? Well, my position is that right now I'm traveling the world, helping guys such as yourself. I'm getting paid modestly, I would say. I'm not making millions. I don't have Lamborghinis. I don't give a fuck about these things. But I do have my own car. I travel. I have a dog. I have a girlfriend. Everything is pretty peachy for me. I see the world. I can have a flashy Instagram if I want. I want this for you. I want this financial freedom. I want you to have love. I want you to wherever you see a woman, I want you to straight away approach her if that's what you feel. I want you to open the roads in your life, to open intersections, not to fucking block yourself. What is that? So, EuropeanSocialDynamics.com. You have coaching session of 2 hours if you want to get to know each other better. You have packages. We can work for 1 month, 4 months, 1 year. We can even go on the field, on the streets. Or you have the Unleash Your Potential online course, which I highly recommend you start with, because that's what's going to help you with these emotions and with calming yourself and basically giving yourself a big reset to just start over again and start from a different point, different place inside of you. Thank you so much for watching.
Hey guys, so I just went with Andrew from
European Social Dynamics.
And yeah, we hit the streets in Bucharest, did some approaches. Really nice guy, I can strongly recommend him. He really knows what he's talking about and kind of pushed me to the limits and found some spots that I need to pay more attention to. So yeah,
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. See you next time.